Today I'm talking about why the big battle in society is between narcissism and humanity, or narcissism, psychopathy, and humanity, and not the divisions that a lot of people will fall into. And I'm going to talk about how I overcame and how you can overcome these challenges and know the psychology you really need to know. Part of it's, my goodness, is strength psychology. So take a look on the other side, please. I have an incredible 29-year story, journey into these issues, being pushed to the bottom like Joseph in the Bible, and coming up with resolutions, okay? And that's my aim for everyone, to teach you, and so that the world needs to know a better way, and for my own success and my own beliefs. So, the biggest challenges in society, believe it or not, are psychological. Okay, and when I say psychological, I am talking about extreme narcissism, psychopathic behavior, this kind of thing. Versus when I call humanity is our very basic principles, be it liberty, justice for all, humanity, compassion, just living your life in a respectful manner. And a lot of people don't know what the psychology of our times is, because things, we use the term gaslighting, that things like narcissism and psychopathy, they do really turn situations upside down and make it challenging for people to understand what's really going on. Because, I believe most of us are sensible, good people, at least want to be headed in that direction. And what extreme narcissism, psychopathy does is it turns situations upside down so that the sensible ones, those who want to do well, do good, I'm not just saying do-gooders, but just people who basically believe in goodness, are kind of marginalized and pushed to the edges and made to seem like they're causing the problems. And these are the things we have to be aware of in terms of extreme narcissism, psychopathic behavior, because I think it goes way beyond Democrat, Republican, goes beyond any perceived racial divisions. It goes to those who have this very stringent need to control and abuse people, and those who just want to go on with their lives. And I believe that, I don't know everything, but I know the number of people who want to really have that extreme control is an extremely extreme in terms of a small number. It could be 10, 15%, 5 to 15%, and most of us want something better. But that marginalized, that minority can exact a huge level of control on other people, especially by the realm of confusion. So this is why we do our training, coaching, and mediation, helping people find, because the remedy to this, the remedy and the path towards humanity, the remedy is through purpose and developing your goodness. It's all those kind of things, right? It's when you have your purpose, you're acting in a very determined, very directed manner, okay? And so you're not letting things that would perceive, that put you down, that would deceive you, distract you from where you need to go. It's why I emphasize purpose so much and developing our goodness. And so, a lot of people have this goodness, but it's latent, it's not developed. It's just kind of sitting there. And this is why we live in times that are so challenging, so extreme psychologically in some ways, that we have to develop that purpose. We have to, what I call, forge that purpose, turn it into something significant. And that's a magic of our work. That's where you could start to turn your life into art through our science. Have a science of helping, developing and forging people's purpose. And that goes for companies, families, and individuals. But we need people, I call even societal champions. We need people to stand up, to rectify to a different level, because we have to understand there's a psychology that's going to pull people in, that's going to push people down. And unless people develop this understanding to rise up and appropriately develop their heart, their soul, their passion, we're going to get pulled into this extreme narcissism, this lack of humanity. And my aim is to, having gone through this 29-year unfathomable journey, to uplift people and to help give people the tools so that we understand what the real challenges are, and that most of us, can develop our purpose, forge our purpose, can develop our goodness, and all towards higher levels, so that we are reaching, in the end, the only way to defeat something like narcissism and psychopathy is through very dedicated action over years, even decades. It's not an easy task, but with purpose, at least you're headed in the right direction. You fend off the attacks and you overcome the attacks by and large, because you know where you're going, and you're not going to be pulled, however painful, you're not going to be pulled down by lesser energies. So go to our website, take a look, get in touch, learn about ways that you can become one of the vanguard of society to inspire and uplift and help society, restore our humanity and defeat this narcissistic, psychopathic mentality that's out there. And goodness and strength is a big part of that. Thank you.